Starting at 312,000 and having a range-topping variant which starts at 405,000, it's clear to see that the Mazda 2 dives deep into its consumers' pockets. But is it worth it? Let's find out. The Mazda 2 comes in 3 variants, and to sweeten the deal for us all, I will present the brand new starting price for each variant and what the second-hand low-mileage car retails for. First on the lineup, we have the Active variant, which brand new will set you back around 312,000, while on the second-hand market, you can find one between 240, 250 or so. Then there's the mid-spec dynamic variant, which you can get for around 341,000 brand new, and a low mileage one would cost you around 300,000. And then finally, we have the top spec individual variant, which I haven't seen a lot of on the roads, and maybe that's because it starts at 405,000 rands. And seeing its rarity on the roads, it's also difficult to find a low mileage one on the second-hand market. But if you do find one, expect to pay around 380,000 rands or so. As we go about this review, you will notice how I have the pre-facelifted dynamic variant and the facelifted individual variant. So I'll just take you through the differences between the dynamic and the active in terms of the facelifted features. The front grille is one of the most noticeable differences between the pre-facelift, which is this one, and the facelifted Mazda 2s, with the dynamic having a color-coded panel, while the entry-level active gets the standard black panel. And surprisingly, the top-spec individual has the black honeycomb front grille design and not the panel coverings like the other variants. All variants of the Mazda 2 come standard with LED headlamps and no fog lamps, whereas your Balinos, your Suzuki Swifts, your Renault Kwids, your Kia Rios and them all have fog lamps. When coming to the side profile, nothing much has changed. This is the individual variant, and it comes standard with these stylish 16-inch black machining alloy wheels, while the dynamic gets 15-inch silver metallic alloys, and the base active drives around with 15-inch steel wheels with wheel caps. Nothing has changed at the back, just that they've added a shade of color just above the exhaust, which is the same one you see on the front grille and the panel for the dynamic variant. And lastly, the individual is slapped with this beautiful carbon fiber like wrap, which gives it character. I actually like it. When it comes to the interior, this is what you'll find when you get into the top spec individual variant, the mid-spec dynamic variant, and this is what you see when you get into the entry-level active variant. Ultimately, the difference in interiors between the individual and dynamic boils down to the quality of finishing and the red stitchings that are included. With the individual, you have the suede finishing, and for the dynamic, you have the plastic patterned finishings here and there. The dynamic and individual variants come standard with the multifunction leather-wrapped steering wheel, along with the pedal shifters for the automatic transmissions. All Mazda 2s have a push-start button functionality, and the 2 higher-end models come standard with a 7-inch infotainment system, which looks like those old tablets with huge bezels around them. And the system is also equipped with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The individual variant has a reverse camera and parking sensors, meaning that if you go for the dynamic or active, you would have paid Buma 300 and something thousand for a car that doesn't have reverse cameras or sensors. The top spec variant comes standard with a heads-up display and a wireless charger, and along with the dynamic variants, both models come standard with 2 USB ports and a 12V socket. The Mazda 2 is no different from all the other Mazdas, with the center console having the media controls and 2 cup holders. In terms of safety features, the Mazda 2 has the ABS, EBD and emergency brake assist, and the active variant only has 2 airbags, while the other 2 variants have 6 airbags. This is the back of the individual variant, and I'm giving kudos to Mazda for how beautifully designed it is, looking at the integration between the leather and the suede. But all this is just for show. So how is it when it comes to practicality? I had to go into the dynamic variant for that. Looking at the knee room in my seating position, I am not impressed at all. This is a 300 and something thousand rand car, and surely over and above the brand loyalty, people are also paying for practicality, and it's somewhat non-existent in this car. The Mazda 2 has a 280-litre boot space, which is just 12 litres more than that of the Suzuki Swift, and it also comes with the most biscuit-like spare tyre. The Mazda 2 has a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder engine which produces 85 kilowatts of power and 148 newton meters of torque. It also has a claimed fuel average of 5.7 litres per 100 kilometers. All variants of the Mazda 2 come standard with a 3-year unlimited kilometer service plan with 15,000 kilometers intervals. Basically, it's a 3-year or 45,000 kilometer service plan and a 3-year unlimited kilometer warranty. This here is the typical monthly cost of ownership with the interest and petrol price at the current rates. Feel free to pause this video to look at it in detail. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and go through my catalog of videos for more variant-based car reviews.